scream that woke me that night didn't come from a person. It came from the fire. The flames shrieked and bent sideways, as if something had blown through them. And when we looked up, the griot's shadow wasn't moving like his body. It was moving on its own. That was the night he told us the forbidden tales. In our village, stories were like food. At dusk, when farm work ended, people gathered. Elders told riddles, parents sang songs, children clapped. But when the griot stood up, silence always fell. He wasn't like anyone else. His voice was deep, but sometimes it rose like wind through dry grass. He carried a drum, but he hardly struck it. One beat was enough to silence a crowd. He always began the same way. A tale is not just words. A tale is a path. If you follow it, you may not come back the same. The elders controlled what stories could be told. Some were for children, some for grown men, some only for the shrine. But that night, the elders weren't there. And the griot broke every rule. The moon was high, round and red, brighter than usual. We sat in a circle around the sacred fire, the place where stories were said to call spirits. At first, it felt like any other night. Some kids were laughing, throwing groundnuts into the fire to make them pop. Others were whispering secrets. But when the griot sat down, the air grew heavy. Even the insects went silent. He tapped his drum once, and the sound echoed too long, like it traveled beyond the bush. He looked at us, his eyes glinting. "Tonight," he said slowly, "I will tell you the ones you should never hear. The ones that even elders cover their ears against. Do you still want to listen?" We should have said no. But children are foolish. We leaned in. He told of a queen, beautiful beyond words. Her skin glowed, her hair never grayed, her voice was honey. People said she was blessed by the gods. But she had a secret. Every season, a child went missing. No one questioned it, until one night, a servant followed her. The griot's voice dropped. His eyes widened. His drum thudded once. The servant saw the queen in her chamber, her face young, her body glowing. But on the floor before her was a small body, chest open, heart missing. She ate it. Every year she fed this way, and every year she grew younger. The kingdom adored her, never knowing they were feeding her beauty with their children. As he spoke, one girl in our circle began to cry softly. Another boy muttered, "It's only a story." But the griot leaned close and whispered, "Every story has a root. And roots grow in soil." We all shivered. He struck the drum again. The fire hissed. Then he spoke of a hunter who went too far into the forest. The hunter killed a strange animal, half man, half beast. Instead of leaving it, he carried its skull home as proof of his bravery. That night, his heart was restless. The skull whispered. Shadows thickened. His family begged him to throw it away. He refused. By morning, his wife was gone. His children too. The hunter himself was found days later, his body sitting upright, his eyes wide open, his mouth filled with ash. As the griot spoke, we swore we heard movement in the trees beyond us. Some kids turned their heads, whispering, "Did you hear that?" The griot only smiled. His teeth looked sharper in the firelight. Finally, the griot grew silent for a long time. The fire cracked. No one dared move. Then he said, "There is one story I should never tell. But tonight, the night wants it." He leaned closer, his shadow stretching tall behind him. He spoke of children long ago, who also sat in a circle just like us. Their griot told them about a forgotten spirit, a nameless one. It waited in the dark, trapped until someone spoke its name aloud. The griot's voice lowered. When its name is spoken, the circle breaks. And the night listens. As he said this, the fire dimmed. A cold wind blew through. One boy tried to stand, But the griot snapped, "No one lives until it is done." His voice was so loud it shook my chest. Then he whispered the name. "I won't write it here. I can't." But the moment he did, the ground trembled. The fire stretched tall, then died. And in the darkness, something answered. Heavy footsteps. Breathing. A tall figure at the edge of the circle, bent, with hair like ropes dragging the ground. Children screamed. Some fell to the ground. I froze. My heart pounded so hard I thought it would break my ribs. The griot bowed to the figure. "They are ready to listen," he said. The shadow stepped closer. The fire roared back to life, but it showed too much. The thing had no face, only holes where eyes and a mouth should be. The children's voices rose in screams, until the fire went out completely. I woke up to daylight. The circle was broken. Ashes lay cold. Half the children were gone. The griot was gone too. No footprints, no trace. Just silence. When the elders returned, they found us trembling, unable to explain. I tried to tell them, but my throat locked. Even now, years later, I can barely speak it without my chest tightening. Some say those children were taken by spirits. Some say the griot himself was a spirit, wearing human skin. Others say the forbidden tales are not just stories, they are doors. And we open them. All I know is this: sometimes, when the night is too quiet and the wind circles the huts, I hear a drumbeat. Just one. And I know the griot is still out there, looking for the next circle of children.